How is everyone doing? How you guys doing? How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you guys are doing great. Now, recently I've been going through some issues, so it is what it is. Been going through some things. I've been going through it, but we're not gonna talk about that today. Um, you haven't seen me for a minute do some videos. Like I said, I've been dealing with a lot of personal issues here, man. I took a hard hit. To me, I took a hard hit, and then we had Andrew Tate situation. I just directly connected with mine and all that good stuff. So, but that's about to settle down. That's about to settle down. What I am, let's make this one a long one. Hold up, I don't know where my lighter is. Let's make this video a long one. Um. So yeah, man. Okay. So first edict of the day. Um. First edict of the day is Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate is back, and I'm all for it. It's a good thing. It's good that he's back. Um, Now we're gonna talk more about him on another video because I don't want to make a video where he has to listen to something that has nothing to do with him, and then he has to listen to the first part of the video and the second part of the video has to do with him. I don't feel like doing that because I know he watches my shit. I know people from his team watches my videos. There's a lot of people from other people's teams that watch my videos. So because of that, I'm gonna dedicate a video to him, to his situation, not to him. I'm gonna dedicate a video to his situation, and we're gonna talk about something else right now. What we're gonna talk about is Lilith. Today, my pretties, we're gonna talk about Lilith. Reason why? Because we are in her time period. I don't know how long Lilith's time period is gonna be. It might be a year, it might be 2 years, it could be 5 years, it could be 10 years. I do not know. I am not aware of those kinds of information. It is above my pay grade. But I do know that this is a time period and this is a lesson that she is going to teach each one of us. Even the people, even Christians are gonna get lessons from Lilith, which they will take to heart, you know, because that's how Lilith is. She teaches you things, and regardless of whose camp you're in, it is what it is. You know what I mean? That's Lilith in a nutshell. Like if she says some shit, when she says something, that's that. You know what I mean? Like there's no, no. So and this year is going to be a very good year. I know it started very bumpy. I know it started very sad. It started very bumpy. But it's gonna be a good year. Maybe not for me. Maybe not for me. But the information that I have, the information that I've received tells me that this year is going to be a very good year. A very good year for who? If it's not a good year for me, then who is it a good year for? It's going to be a good year for single people. People that are, not, yeah, it's going to be a good year for single people. But the people that are going to profit off of this wave of Lilithian energy, if that's even a word, I'm not sure. But the people that are gonna take advantage of that situation are people that are more closely related to her, as demonologists, Luciferians, Satanists, so on and so, magicians, sorcerers, so on and so on, whatever. No pun intended, no offense meant. But magicians, occultists, alchemists, all those people are gonna have an extra boom. You're gonna have an extra boom on your in your magic, you know. But I'm a little bit afraid of words right now. I'm a little bit afraid of words right now. But look, because I don't feel like telling secrets. I don't feel like telling secrets no more, man. I'm done. You know what I mean? No, for real. I'm done, bro. I'm done. I'm cooked. I don't feel like telling secrets. So, you know, not for free anyway. I don't feel like telling secrets. So, look, and I'm not being an asshole when I say that, because I did enough. You know, I'm in the front lines. You know, so my life, I have given up parts of my life to humanity itself, on a spiritual level and on a physical level too. You know, so I feel like I'm justified to not give out information for nothing, because it's not like I only do YouTube videos and I don't do nothing else and stuff like that. So because of that, I feel in my opinion, how I feel, my emotions. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying I'm wrong, but my emotions, my ideas make me feel like I should take a step back, because right now my energies are going in many different things at the same time, if you hadn't noticed. But I'm aware some people have noticed. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the comments, by the way. You know, so, you know, yeah, so I guess people did notice certain things here and there. And I have proof. Like, I have visual proof of confirmations about who I am on this channel. So I don't feel like I should keep risking, because when YouTube is so dangerous. Like, YouTube is very dangerous. Anybody, because that's the thing. I'm a guy, I don't give a F, right? If you're a demonologist, that comes with the territory. You know what I mean? If you're a demonologist, it comes with the territory. You don't give a F. But at some point, there's not giving an F and being plain old illogical, right? And when you're putting yourself in danger like this, because people that tell the truth on YouTube are brave, because they're putting their life in danger. You know what I mean? You're brave, for real. And it's not to salute anybody. I don't mean to give a compliment to anyone. But at the end of the day, I'm not trying to be Dr. Feelgood, but at the end of the day, if you go on YouTube, which is basically another platform that could be considered as national media, you know, if it was a television, we'd call it a national television, you know, and it's damn near live. It's even worse than television, because sometimes we can go live. We can wake up and be like, read the news, see some bullshit, and talk about it immediately. You know what I mean? And connect to 1,000 people all over the world immediately. I don't even have to like pre-record and stuff like that. So anybody's listening. Anybody and everybody's listening. You know? So that's fucking dangerous, because the government is listening. YouTube is listening. Google is listening. Jeff Bezos is listening. Donald Trump is listening. Fucking you name it. They're listening. They know what's going on. Everybody knows what's going on. Everybody's keeping up to date. Everybody's keeping up with the Kardashian. No pun intended, no offense meant. You know, it's just an expression. But at the end of the day, it's still true. Everybody's keeping up with the news. So you're part of the news, and you're sitting there, you're like, oh, I'm going to do something. That's brave. That's a brave thing to do. It's courageous, because you could get shot doing shit like that. For real, you could get shot doing shit like that. You could get shot, you could get killed, you could get stabbed. You could have like what's it called? A mob of people could find you, and then just throw stones at your house and all kinds of shit. Anything can happen. Anything can happen, man. So there's a kind of course, it's not something that happens often. It's very rare that you hear some out of the world shit like that. But there are some people that receive death threats. People throw curses at me all the time. Everybody throws curses at me. I don't even know a person that's never threw a curse at me. I literally do not know a person that never threw a curse at me. Everybody I know, at least once in their lives, has thrown a curse at me. You know what I mean? Because I tell too much truth. I tell too much secret. You know what I mean? It's very rare. There's some people that are very rare. The people, of course, I'm not talking about people that I date. I'm talking about like everyday people, people that watch my channel, people that watches my channel, people that I frequent in the street, like walking around, whatever, and then they recognize me and shit like that, blah, blah, blah. Or even shit, like I've told you before, I've told you many times stories about the sorcerers in the community of where I live at. You know what I mean? Nobody trusts nobody. You know what I mean? My family used to tell me, don't leave your shirt at this nigga house, it's gonna do magic on it. But the thing is, we're all friends. You know what I mean? Don't leave things laying around. They're gonna do some magic on it. Don't do da. But they're friends, So a lot of people throw a lot of curses at me, man, and other people too. There's other people that say shit like that because of the practice they have and the things that they say, they get curses thrown at them. And sometimes it's not even a regular person. Sometimes it is the higher ups. Let's face it. Sometimes it is the higher ups, man. Sometimes it's not just jealousy. Sometimes it's not just the guy's evil. Sometimes it is the higher ups. All right, let's face it. I'm sorry. I said it. I'm sorry. But it's true. And it ain't nice. It doesn't feel good when you wake up one morning and you get blasted with negative airwaves. You get blasted with negative rays, negative gamma rays. You know what I mean? It don't feel nice. You know what I mean? That shit comes from the government. That's not from, your neighbor. You know what I mean? Your neighbor feeling that shit too. So it is what it is, and I don't care. There's people throw curses at me. I don't know anybody that never threw a curse at me, and it's fine. There's some people I don't mind that they throw curses at me because I know I can take it and I understand why, Let's say, let's look at women, for example. Women throw curses all the time. They don't mean it. They're angry and And when a woman is angry, it's not like a man. Like a dude's, that's the thing. Like dudes know they have strength. They have physical strength. So when a dude get angry, there's a certain limit. And then past that limit, he's throwing some hands. You know what I mean? At a certain limit, he has a certain limit, and then when people go beyond that limit, that's when he's throwing some hands. So, women is different. Women are not naturally going to start throwing hands and shit. So they start cursing niggas. You know what I mean? And when a woman says something, it's dangerous, because when a woman says something, that shit is like concrete for some fucking reason. I don't know why. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying it's right. All I'm saying is, well, the thing is, where they lack physical strength, they have spiritual strength. So when a woman says some shit, when she says like, I hope you die tonight, there's a good chance you might die. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? No, I'm kidding. It's not something as big as die tonight, but like I don't know, like, I hope you stay poor for the rest of your life or some shit like that. You know what I mean? That's a curse. That's a curse. He just threw a curse at me. And ladies do that often. And it happens to everybody. And sometimes you get in an argument and your girlie says some shit like that and it hurts. You know, and it hurts a little bit, yeah. But it's not enough for me to get irate and start, you know, like, cause it's a small curse. It's not like she was just angry. You know what I mean? It's not like she's not like practicing some voodoo. You know what I mean? It's not like she got like a chicken head in her hands and she's like, you know, it's not the same thing. It's just, you know, you fucked up. She's angry. Now she's telling you some shit that you don't want to hear. That's you know what I mean? It's very different from people that actually do go and pay to get shit done on your ass, and or they do it themselves because they know how to do magic. That's different. And in my world, in the shit that I do, that shit happens to me a lot. You know what I mean? And it happens to a lot of people a lot of the time. You know, and it's tiresome. It's not fun. You know, it's not a good thing. It's not a great thing. You know, it's just part of fucking territory, man. It's part of the fucking territory, man. Like, you know, and there's some people that are just fucking jealous. They just fucking throw curses for no reason. You don't even know them. You know, it's just that person feels like you look better than them. They throw a curse at you. You know, and that's kind of why I opened up this channel of mine. You know, so people will not be affected, or they can defend themselves against those fucking people that do shit just out of jealousy, that'll attack you out of jealousy. There's some magicians out there that kind of like you tell them too much secrets, or you know, blah 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 blah. Like, I've heard that shit before, but at the end of the day, it's not. There's something going on with the world right now, because the world's going into hell right now. We're in war. We're at war. So that whole trying to keep secrets so I can still profit off of it, I understand it. It's commendable. I respect it. But there's something more going on. Like your selfish needs to make yourself rich, you know, is different. I don't see it that way. To me, like you have a selfish need to take care of yourself, which is fine. And all power to you, and I hope you make it. But that shouldn't stop you from being a good person, though. You know, you might be selfish and you might want shit for yourself. You might want to attain material. That's fine. But don't be a bad guy. You know what I mean? Don't be a jerk. Because there's some people that are getting cursed by the same magic that we practice, but we would never actually do on people. And then we get blamed for the stupid shit that other people do, that other organizations do on behalf of the name of so and so. You know what I mean? And then you meet somebody like me and you think I'm gonna do that shit to you. People are fucking scared. When they walk into my fucking apartment, I used to live by myself. So I had a table. I always have a hotel. I always have a hotel in my house. You know, I haven't spent a lot of years not practicing magic. There was a couple of instances, time period in my life where I didn't practice magic, but it were very short. And that shit scares the fuck out of people, man. People become irrational when they meet a magician. Like, they don't think straight. Like, it scares the shit out of them. They say stupid shit. They do stupid shit. So, you know, it's and all that is because of media. It's because of the way we're portrayed in the media. It's because of urban legends or urban myths. You know, so when people come to my house and they see a bunch of fucking things, they're kind of like, what the fuck? You know, and they don't say it, but I can tell that you're uncomfortable, like, you know, and there's not really a reason to be uncomfortable, because you know, there's not really a reason to be uncomfortable. But I understand. I understand. And it's good to have a certain amount of respect. It's good to have a certain amount of respect and stuff like that, you know. No pun intended, no offense meant. So yeah, man. Hold up. So no, I don't mind when, you know, when girly throw a curse at me. It ain't cool. It ain't cool. I know it's a curse because I'm a magician, you know. But girly might not know that it's a curse either. You know, you might sit there and be like, you know, oh, you told me that, and you told me this, blah 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 blah. she's just angry. You know, she's just angry. She don't know what the fuck you talking about. There's a lot of people. People know, and the thing you need to understand, there's different kinds of magic. So most people will not understand what you're actually saying. You know, because not everybody understand that speaking can be a form of magical practice. You know, so and a lot of people don't know that because they don't teach us that at school, that you have to be careful on how you sentence things. And I've talked about that before, sentencing. You know, why do you go to a courtroom and they tell you what your sentence is going to be? The word sentence in a courtroom means that I'm going to give you a certain amount of time and you're going to get punishment for a certain amount of time. And then the same word in a grammatical grammatical, is it grammatical? Anyway, in a sentence, in a phrase or a paragraph, whatever, just to not repeat myself, a sentence in a sentence is actually, you know, how you form, like it's a phrase, you know, it's a sentence. So a phrase is a sentence. You know, so there's two words for the same thing, but it's actually three things. Because you got sentencing, courtroom sentencing, and then you have sentence as a phrase, and then you have the word sentence as a phrase as the word sentence. So the thing comes back three times. You know what I mean? The word sentence comes back three times. So speech is a form of magic. It's a legit form of magic. It's a legit form of magic. It's just not something it's not something that is promoted in TV as like broomsticks or voodoo and shit like that. We don't really promote that kind of magic, even though we're aware of it. Well, some people are starting to be aware of it, but there's people that were already aware of it, but you know, it's not, you know, it's not common. So if you sit there and you're in the you end up in an argument, and dude or girly, well, it's mostly girls that do it. Dude don't really. I'm sorry. It's mostly girls that do it. But so you're in an argument with your girlfriend and shit like that, and she like sentenced a certain phrase or certain way, and you, thanks to your experience, you can hear the curse. You know, you take it as a curse. She didn't necessarily try to curse you, but at the end of the day, the way she formulated the line, it's like a curse. So anyways, because I know there's some girls right now after shit like they think I'm talking about them. But it happens a lot. It happens a lot. Even if you're walking in the street, you're having a conversation with a girl and the girl don't like your face, she might end up saying some shit that might sound like a curse. You know? So it's just, you know, life is life, you know? And like I said, they're small curses. Those are defeatable curses. Those are curses that are not, because she's not going to go back home trying to, like, she's not going to add more to the, you know? So there's no real reason to be, like, super angry or some shit like that. Even to hear, you might feel like, oh, are you cursing me? You know, that's okay. But you don't have to, don't start swinging. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Don't start swinging because of that shit. Because at the end of the day, it ain't a thing but a chicken wing, you know? So, but it can become dangerous if she does it multiple times. If she repeats the same curse every time you get in an argument, and she repeats it over and over and over and over, no, that's where you gotta pack your stuff and you gotta leave. You gotta leave that house, or you gotta tell her to go home. It's the relationship's over. Relationship is over, bro. Like, so Anyways, why am I talking about that? Because, like I said, I don't want to give out my secrets. I don't want to give up my secrets. I don't want to tell too much. I don't want to say too much. But I do want you guys to know what the heck is going on. I do want you guys to progress. So, and I don't want you guys to be scared of the upcoming energy that's coming, because it might scare a couple of you guys. Because Lilith is fucking scary. At the end of the day, she is. Liv scares the shit out of me. So you, like at the end, she is. She's dangerous. You know, like I remember I said some shit about women once. I was in the taxi, and Lilith was around because I was chilling with her before I took a taxi and shit. And I was going out Walmart. I was going out a store. I don't remember what store it was, but I was going to the Walmart, and I took a taxi. And the guy starts talking to me, man, and I was already feeling a little bit iffy because I was chilling with Lilith because I was feeling lonely. I was lonely, okay? I was lonely. No, that's not it. It's not because I was lonely. Well, I was lonely, and also I was trying to, because at a certain point I made a couple videos last year or 2 years ago. I was going towards, you know, relationship advice and shit like that. I was gonna change my platform to, you know, like those Kevin Samuel shit and or what's his face, Andrew Tate and shit. I was gonna do that, right? So I started talking with the guy, but I guess Lilith is a woman, man. Like, and women don't like hearing the truth. Like, for real, women don't like hearing the truth. So I said some shit. I feel like what I said was true, but it don't matter. She just didn't want to fucking hear it. And a fucking car just wham right on the side of the fucking taxi as I'm talking to the guy, because he's talking to me and I'm talking to him, and I'm telling him, you know, I'm giving not advice, but I'm telling him how I see shit, which was a little negative because I was feeling lonely at the time. I was alone, blah blah. I was doing a whole bunch of shit, blah blah blah. So, you know, I was a little bit negative. It wasn't wrong. I don't think what I said was wrong, but it might have sounded negative to her. Like, I understand. I know why she did what she did. I get it. You know, so wham, a car just side swipes the fucking taxi, bro. Like, it wasn't a big hit, but everybody was okay. Nobody died. Nobody was injured. The car didn't flip over or anything like that. But there was a mark on the car, you know. So, but it all turns out good because the car that hit the taxi was like a special aid person, like a handicapped person. Those motherfuckers got money, so you know. So the insurance, so that motherfucker probably has some money for that insurance. So there's always a plus in the, you know. So it's not like she's not crazy, you know. She ain't crazy, but there's a genius behind the madness. I'm gonna say it like, I'm gonna put it like that. There's a logic behind the craziness. And right now, you know, I digress. Let's go back to what I was saying. So right now, I'm just saying why Lilith could scare the shit out of me. Because a lot of people, I feel like a lot of people just keep mentioning her and keep saying that. I wouldn't, like, you know, like, I don't think Lilith minds that people talk about her, but it's just like, you know, speak of the devil and she shall appear, you know what I mean? Like, you know, so anyways, especially Lilith, she's not hard to find. You know, yeah, she's not. She ain't hard to find. So, anyways, as I was saying, so I don't want to tell too much secrets. I don't want to say too much shit. But I do know, in the coming months, if you're single, you're gonna meet somebody. If you're single, you're gonna meet somebody, man. If you're single, you're gonna meet somebody. If you already have a girlfriend, she's gonna go through some changes, which might be temporary, or it might last. And I guess it depends on you. If you want that energy, that type of energy around you or not. You know, and to me, to a demonologist, to me, I don't, because I'm a real demonologist, and real demonologists think differently from other people. You know, some people feel like I'm disgusting. You know, the song, like I did a video, I made a video, I made a short the other day, and I don't remember what it was. I don't remember what I was saying, but I do know somebody left me a comment, which I did answer back, but somebody left me a comment. It was like, that's disgusting, man, blah, 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 blah. I don't see it like that. I don't understand why this person felt like it. Well, yes, I do understand why this person felt like it was disgusting, but again, that's because of media. That's because of pop culture, you know. But to me, it's not disgusting. Even if it was what it was, that's not disgusting to me. I don't consider that being disgusting. I don't know why he said that. He didn't fucking answer back. He didn't really explain his point of view. He didn't really explain what he meant by disgusting. But I guess what he meant by disgusting was the whole, demons and blood and gore and guts and blah, 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 blah. I guess that's why he used the term disgusting. I'm not sure. It might be something else too. Because there's other reasons why some people might feel like demonology is for somebody that's a little bit gross. Like, I don't know. I am not sure. I don't really get judged that much for being a demonologist. I don't really hide the fact that I practice magic, and I don't really get judged for it either. There's a lot of people that find it cool that I practice magic. There's a lot of people, as much as there's people, the same people that would be scared of being around a hotel are the same people that's going to tell you like, oh, that's cool. So there's no reason to get angry, you know what I mean? There's no real reason to be angry, you know? It's all it's a mindset kind of thing, you know? It's a mindset kind of thing, you know? It's what you're used to and what you're not used to, you know? So anyways, sorry to all the ladies out there, by the way. Please don't be mad at me. Please don't be mad at me, okay? But nevertheless, and it's just a side note. I don't really care. But I don't really tolerate women that throw curses at me, though. Like, So, anyways, and no, I won't be sentencing for you what I mean by that, because then this is YouTube. So somebody might take that information and go do some stupid shit, so I'm not going to repeat how to curse somebody while talking on YouTube. So yeah, this new energy that's coming in, there's going to be a lot of changes. She's going to show you, she's going to teach you different principles. She's going to show you different ideals. And it's just her energy. It's her energy. Because right now it's her time. So it's just the energy that you're going to feel. So there's no obligations into maintaining that energy. I know a lot of people will maintain that energy. This is why I was talking about demonologists, because the real demonologists know exactly what I'm talking about, and they're grinning their ass off right now. If they're listening to this and they believe what I'm saying, they're like, oh yeah, you know what I mean? They're like, oh shit, So because Lilith is a wonderful gift too. At the same time, she's a wonderful gift too. So, some people like that sort of stuff. Some people don't. Some people are more lustful. Some people are less. And some people think like lust is straight up disgusting. It's straight up sinful. Some people don't see it that. There's some people that see it that way. So it really depends. She's gonna teach us. She's gonna show us a lot of things, and so basically, this is it's gonna be a very loving moment. I don't think I from my experience. From my experience, let's change the subject here a little bit, so we can so you can evaluate where you stand on the Richter scale here. Let's say in my world, in my practices, I have met Lilith herself. I have children too. I have spiritual children. I have Lilith, spiritual children, and I have her sisters. Now, where I spend time, when I spend time with the sisters, in my experience, some people feel like if you listen to like if you listen to some Jewish texts or Book of Enoch or anything really Christian, they're gonna tell you that those spirits are bad spirits and they're gonna do this to you and they're gonna do that, blah 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 blah. In my experience, I never not felt love. Like I was never really. She never made me afraid for my life. It's not that I never had any disagreement with Lilith. But I always felt love. I never felt like, okay, she's just fucking with me. You know what I mean? Like I never felt like, okay, now she's just out to get me. Like I never ever felt that. And you're talking to somebody that been around Lilith energy since I was 8 years old. And I'm like over 30 right now and I'm fine. So I know, so because of all that experience, I know that whatever the fuck is going on, that doesn't come from her. You know what I mean? Because I got experience with her. I know how she thinks. I know how she moves. Well, more or less speaking anyways. I know how she moves. I can recognize her energy and when she's around and yada 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 and whatnot. I can even recognize her if I walk down the street. I know what she looks like. I've seen it, we have a close bond, we have a close relationship. So the reason why I'm saying that, like I said before, is like you can gauge the Richter scale here, because like I said, I know there's some people that's gonna be scared in the next coming months. There's a lot of Christians, a lot of God believers that are gonna get scared. They're gonna think that they're being attacked spiritually. They're gonna think that somebody's fucking with them. They're gonna think that all this is fucking it's sinful shit that shouldn't happen, whatnot. In some cases it is. In some cases it is, because there's some people that are way too far gone. In my opinion, there's some people that are way too far gone to double back on their mental processes. You know what I mean? Because at a certain point, when you believe in Christianity and shit like that, man, there's different levels of belief. There's some people that believe in that shit so hard, fundamentally. It's so fundamentally ingrained that they are incapable of having any other teachings that doesn't come from the Bible or somebody they met at the church. So there's going to be a lot of people that is going to be very angry. There's going to be people I think in the coming months, there's going to be an upsurge of Christians coming after us. Coming after Luciferians, Satanists, and shit like that. Why? Because of Lilith. Because Lilith is going to show them something that maybe they never seen before, or something that they consider to be heinous. You know, like overtly and overtly sinful. They might see it like that. And that's fine. I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that, and I don't care. But we will have to be careful to not lose our shit and start being and have knee-jerk reactions. I know coming from me that doesn't mean a lot because I'm the king of knee-jerk reactions, but but we're gonna have to gauge our mouths a little bit because it's not their fault. It's just that's what they know. It's so it's like you can't teach an old dog new tricks. So there's gonna be an upsurge. There's gonna be an upsurge of couples. There's gonna be an upsurge of people hating on us. I guarantee you that. And there's gonna be an upsurge of love. There's gonna be an upsurge of love, man. Because all that is just love. But I don't think Lilith is not doing this because she wants to teach you what love is. She's aware that some people know what love is. You know what I mean? I guess it is. She will try to show you what love is, but it's a lot more than that. It's a lot more than that. Like my recent ex, right? My recent ex taught me a lot of shit. And it's not like I didn't know what she was talking about. But unfortunately, I was so stuck on business. That I just couldn't understand what the hell she was trying to say. I thought I knew what she was saying, but I didn't. And and the side part, you always know what you got. You never know what you got until it's gone. You know what I mean? Like you never know what you got until it's gone. And now it's gone, now everything is clicking. Like I'm like, oh shit. So I'm lucky to have that happen. And shit, maybe I'm even lucky that she left. I know that sounds weird, but think about it. Like if she had stayed, maybe I wouldn't have understood all those fucking lessons. Cause now she's gone, so I got locked up, and she's gone, so I had time to think. You know what I mean? So I had time to think, but before that, it's not that I didn't have time to think. I just wasn't thinking about that. So let's go over here for a second. Let's go over here for a second, man. Come follow me for a second, man. Come into this room for 2 seconds, because there's something I want to tell you. So, demonologists tend to say Lucifer represents love. Luciferians tend to say that too. A lot of people, and of course, if you watch media, love and blah, blah, blah. But that's another story for another day. I'm going to talk about me and my experience. I don't want to talk about any occult groups. I don't want to talk about, I'm talking about me and my experience, because I don't want to, drag on some shit or bring some old shit back and whatnot. I ain't trying to get cursed today, but a lot of people believe that's bullshit, that whole love thing and blah, 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 right? But listen, I come from a Christian background, from a Catholic background, because I came from a Catholic background, and I went and changed my religion to Christianity because I didn't believe in Catholicism. I thought Catholicism was a load of garbage, so I stopped practicing Catholicism and I started practicing Christianity. So, I was still thinking business, right? I was still thinking business. I was still thinking business. So, and I didn't have a girlfriend at that time. So I was still thinking business. And it never really got in the way of anything because I really wasn't looking for anything relationship wise or whatnot. And when I was in a relationship, it was toxic. It wasn't really toxic. I would just like fall in love with the wrong people all the time. And it's not like the people that I fell in love with was wrong necessarily, but I tend to go. I used to tend to go for women that are from the other side of the track. So those relationships never end up lasting. But it wasn't the business that was getting in the way though. It wasn't getting in the way because I didn't have time to stay with the person. I didn't stay with those girls for a long time. So flash forward, and this is Christianity. So while I'm dating the girl, like, there's no spirit in Christianity that was pushing me towards love. There was no spirit in the spirituality that was pushing me towards love. It wasn't pushing me towards anything. The only thing it was pushing me was, well, there's a general love that you get in spirituality where you have to love everybody and everybody loves you. Unconditional love is what they call it. But it's unconditional love. So you basically have the same kind of love for everything and everybody. So nobody's special to you, or to the whatever you want to call it. But now, so that's what I'm used to. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm used to. So in my head, that's okay. So in my head, there's nothing wrong with that, right? But there is something wrong with that. I wasn't cold with her or anything like that. I was just in a hurry. I just wanted to finish my shit and, have some more shit. Pardon my language. So now I become a demonologist. Flash forward. Now I become a demonologist, and now I'm hearing things about love and shit. I'm like, yeah, fine, sure, of course, love, yeah, whatever, of course, duh, love, duh, So that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying to Lilith and Lucifer. I was like, duh, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't, because of my Christian background, I thought I was the shit. You know what I mean? Like, because of my Christian background, I thought I was the shit. So I thought I understood. I didn't think love was my problem. Because I'm a loving person. I love people. I don't have a love problem. Well, shit, guess what? I do. You know what I mean? Guess what, bucko? I fucking do. And it's nuts. Like, it's way bigger than I thought. It's bigger than rap. So that's a quick anecdote. It's a quick detour. I just wanted to say that because there's a lot of people, because a lot of people think we be bullshitting all the time. People think I be bullshitting, and people think other people be bullshitting, and everybody's bullshitting, and in some shape or form, everybody is bullshitting on some level. But there's a method to the madness. You know what I mean? There's a method to the madness. So maybe there's something there. Then maybe there's a reason why this person is saying this shit. He might be bullshitting, but there might be something somewhere, like a truth, like a sliver of facts behind the bullshit. But then again, you're the one that has to do the work to find out what this person's actually saying. And not everybody is gonna care. A lot of people watch these YouTube videos and they don't really care. They just want to see us fight. They just want to see us get angry. They want to see us get arrested. It's entertainment. They want us to suffer because their lives is not okay or crappy. Or I don't know. Maybe their lives is okay. They just like seeing people suffer on the internet. I don't know. I have no idea. But I do know that there's a lot of information out there. There's a lot of information that shouldn't be out there. There's a lot of information that should be out there that is not out there. And there's a whole amalgam of a vortex of all that shit, all those notions going round and round. And that's what people are listening to, but they don't really care. Because at the end, they're listening until your downfall. You know what I mean? Because at the end, they expect you to fail. They expect you to, they expect something fucked up to happen to you. You know what I mean? That's why they're watching. Because they want something crazy to happen to you. And that's why I don't trust people on the internet. That's why I don't really, you know what I mean? But anyways. Because most people are here, it's like, they just want to see bullshit. They want to see party and bullshit. Some people might take it seriously. Some people might even practice the shit that you tell them. You know what I mean? But not everybody. A lot of people's are just either they're just fans or they're eating popcorn. You know what I mean? They're just sitting there eating popcorn waiting for some stupid shit to happen. Some people take advantage of that shit and some people don't. Some people got a good heart and they're actually trying to help, and some people just, clout. They just go for the clout. So anyways, what's going to happen in the next few months? It's going to be very exciting. This year is going to be a great year for couples. This year is going to be a great year for couples if they're not scared of this sudden energy that's going to wash over them. If they trust the process, they might experience something they haven't experienced before, or not, or it might just, it's going to be a good experience. Overall, it's going to be a good experience. Some people, unfortunately, are not that open. Some people are not looking for relationships. Some people are not looking for certain things. So they might have a little bit of, a little bit more difficulty, they might have a little bit more difficulty, but it's gonna turn out fine. Me personally, I'm excited to see this unravel. I'm excited to see this unravel. I'm excited to see what's gonna happen. I can't wait to see people's reaction to this new Lilith energy coming in. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen this year. But my message is, even though a lot of people might end up being angry, a lot of Christians might end up feeling like they're being attacked. I'm here to tell you, my message is, this year is supposed to be a good year. This year is going to be a smooth year. I mean, it's not going to be like super great and stuff, but it's going to be smooth. You know what I mean? Like it's going to be smooth. And yes, there might be some bumps here and there, like I said before, because Lilith energy is very volatile energy. It's a very up and down, go anywhere, blah, blah, blah kind of energy. You know what I mean? So it might be a little bit volatile at times, it would seem. But if you trust the process, if you can concentrate, you're gonna have a good time. You're gonna have a good time. That Lilith energy is gonna show you a very, very, very good time. Um, so yeah, I can't wait, man. I can't wait. I can't wait to see all these things and what's gonna happen and everything. Yeah. So before I go, I just want to say thank you for everybody that supported my channel. I want to say thank you to everybody that that watches these videos, that listen, because I'm starting to notice a lot of people might not necessarily like me per se, but they're still listening to what I'm saying. You know, because there's some people, there's some comments out there where they're basically people like throwing back my own knowledge at me, and that's fine. You know, you're not gonna catch me slipping, because I remember the shit I said, because I studied that shit for a long time. That's why I don't write scripts. All my videos are here, and I have 700 of them. You know what I mean? So, and tell yourself this: not only I got this down to a science, but you know, tell yourself this: I'm only saying half of what I actually know, because I can't tell you everything, obviously, for obvious reasons. So tell yourself this: I'm only saying half of the things I actually do know, because this is a YouTube video. It's not like I'm sending a magic tutorial to somebody that paid me in Australia. You know what I mean? That's gonna be a different thing. It's gonna be a completely different thing. But you know, but for YouTube, this is a YouTube format of what I actually know. You know what I mean? So you're literally getting 50% knowledge here. You know what I mean? And I'm hoping that people are capable of filling in the blanks. I think people are capable of filling in the blanks. But then again, there's a thing that, you know, if you don't like me, you're not gonna do the research. You know what I mean? So that's one problem. And I don't really care if you like me or not. That's another problem. You know? So anyways, maybe it's gonna turn out fine down the road, but hopefully it'll turn out fine down the road, and you will do the research and you will discover the things and whatnot. So before I go, like I said, I want to thank everybody sincerely. I want to sincerely thank everybody, because without you, all this craziness couldn't have happened. You know what I mean? Like, if you wasn't, without you, all this craziness wouldn't happen. Now I'm being a good guy, because that's not true. I'm straight up lying. I'm just trying to be a good person right now. I don't need your ass. I'm kidding. No, I'm not kidding. Yeah, no, I'm kidding. But seriously, without you guys, all this shit would have not happened. So I'm very grateful for everybody that watched my channel, everybody that watched my channel, that commented throughout the years and all that shit, man. The book is coming. I'm taking a short break. I'm taking a little vacation. I need a little vacation. I need a little time off. I need to think about all this shit. You know what I mean? Like, I really need to think about everything. I need to reevaluate the space that I am right now. You know, so the book is still gonna come out. The reason why I'm saying I need to take a break is because well, I took a hard hit. Yeah, I mean, I lost somebody that I really appreciated, man. Like, you know, and I fucked up. Like, I was messed up. I was you know, I messed up. You know, I was paranoid. You know, I didn't know if like, I wasn't sure about myself. I wasn't sure about her. I messed up. I fucked up, man. So it's harsh. It's a hard lesson. It's a hard lesson, and it's a very hard lesson. That I received recently. You know, because like I said, man, like I wouldn't even. Because the thing is, she doesn't know that. She doesn't know this, right? Because I didn't. I figured it out later. She actually showed me a new way of doing magic, and I don't even think she realized. I don't think she realized it because she doesn't. I don't think she noticed. I don't know. I don't know because I figured it out later. She was already gone. So, but thanks to that experience and Lilith and meditation, obviously, well, meditation, reflection, I would call it more than meditation. Um, I understand a bunch of shit now. Like I wrote 8 pages while I was in that hospital. I wrote 8 pages of crazy, crazy concepts, man, and quite frankly, that I. Anyways, I will. I will. I. I don't know if I'm. I can't. I'll put it in a book, but I can't talk about what I've discovered on this platform. So I'll put it in a book. I'm thinking I should put it in the book that I'm writing right now, or I'm gonna put it later on because I can make a whole book with the information that I've recently discovered. Um, and I can scry now, so I can scry. So I don't know. I don't know if I should put this information that I just discovered into the book, or I should wait for the next one. But it's really good, and I know that it's gonna interest a lot of people, but it's also going to piss off a lot of magicians if I give out this information. Even though the information is already out there, but some people make money off of curses and shit like that. A lot of people make money off of curses and shit like that, and like I don't know. I think some magicians are gonna be angry if this information comes out. So I don't know. I don't know if but I got to do something. Somebody has to see this. Like, and especially I the reason why I'm saying this is because there's so many people that asks me about Lilith, and there's so many people that want to know who Lilith is. Lilith is very mysterious. She entices people so much. Like, so many people are interested in who is Lilith. Like, what is Lilith? Who is Lilith? Why is she important? Why is she here? Blah blah blah. So there's a lot of questions. There's a lot of questions, and I already told you guys, Lilith is the true god of this world. Of course, Lucifer is the king, but Lucifer is a laid back kind of fellow. Like, he doesn't really, like, the thing about Lucifer is Lucifer, doesn't care really about, like, what you do. Like, it's not like Christianity, like, you have to follow the rules, and then you have to do this, and maybe you're gonna get a reward at the end. You might not get a reward. That's not how Lucifer works at all. Like he's if Lucifer was responsible for Earth per se, like, let's say he was the god that everybody believed in, his style would be more like, do what you do, and when you need me, call me. That's Lucifer. He doesn't want to meddle in your life that much. He wants you to live your life as you should. And if you need me, I'm here. That's the difference. So this is the reason why Lilith is here. From where I stand, that's the reason why Lilith is here, because somebody has to keep an eye out. Somebody has to keep an eye out. So Lilith is basically responsible for keeping an eye out, and she does have the power to act, and she does have a lot of power to act, and she does have the right to act. So she's more involved in our lives than Lucifer is. Most people think it's the contrary, but in actuality, it's Lilith that's there. What you think is Satan, it's Lilith. When some bad shit happens to you and you think it comes from that's Lilith. Well, not really, but kind of. That's another story for another day. Basically what I'm saying is, I'm not saying Lilith will never do something bad to somebody that doesn't deserve it, but what I'm trying to say is all those folklore stories, that's Lilith. Pitchforks and the hooves and the horn, Lilith. So, because Lucifer doesn't get involved. Lucifer doesn't get involved in people's lives. If Lucifer got involved in your life, it's because you called him. It's because you addressed him personally. But if you don't address him personally, he's nowhere near you. like if you don't address him personally, he's not the one fucking with you. If you feel somebody, if you think that somebody's fucking with you, it might be Lilith. It might be Lilith, So, anyways, I feel like this information should come out. I feel like this information should come out, and I even had confirmation. Like there's so many things going on. Because like I said the other day, I was reading. I caught a lot of flack recently for my videos on demonology. Like, a lot of people hate my shit. Like, a lot of people hate my shit. And I've been catching a lot of flack. But the thing is, the problem with that is, I was looking at Satan's Bible the other day. I was reading Satan's Bible the other day. And, I always mention Satan's Bible. I'm always mentioning that shit, man. And I was reading it the other day. And in the thing, it says that you don't need angels to conjure up demons, and you should trust demons. It says it's white on black. What have I been saying for the recent months? I've been going balls to the wall trying to tell people, yo, you don't need all that light. Why everybody putting a bunch of light in their magic, man? Like, you don't need all that, my dude. So, no offense, no pun intended. But, it's written white on black. So it was kind of a shock to me when I saw that. Because sometimes you think you're crazy. Sometimes you say some shit. Because the information I get is there's not a lot of information about demons, to be quite honest. And most of the information, there's not a lot of information about demons coming from demonologists. So the information you get is based off of a biased text of a bunch of Christians that hate demons for whatever reason, for XYZ reason. So there's not a lot of information out there. So, so I get downloads, I get knowledge, I get gnoses, and I trust in those gnoses because there's something in my bones that are telling me this is the truth. This is for real. This is for real. but I didn't read it anywhere. So how can I really know what I'm saying is, you know what I mean? So sometimes you feel crazy. But then I'm reading the fucking thing. So I've been spent 3, 4, 5 months telling everybody that they don't need to do this. They don't need it. Just call them up. Everything is fine. Just call them up. Everything is fine. I spent the whole year saying that shit. And at the same time, all the demonologists, all the Satanists out there, they angry at me. All the witches out there, they're pissed off at me. The Christians are pissed off at me. Because they basically think I'm trying to, I don't know what. But the sad part is all those magicians that came at me for saying that shit, or that was angry because I said that shit, well, man, pick up Satan's Bible. Because it was already in the Bible, in the Satan Bible, before I said it. So there's a lot of people that never read Satan's Bible. You know what I mean? There's a lot of magicians that have never read Satan's Bible. Because if they had, they wouldn't be pissed off at me for saying the shit that I was saying. And there's a lot of shit that I say that comes from Satan's Bible. There's a lot of shit that I say that comes from Satan's Bible. So anyway, I'm not saying I'm sad, but a little bit. Like a little bit, like, because I'm getting flack, niggas throwing curses at me, pardon my language, people throwing curses at me, people angry, they don't like my statements and all kinds of stuff, but it's right there, white on black. So I'll go to jail, they put me in a crazy house for some shit that somebody said 30 years ago. That dude is not in the, you know what I mean? Yeah. So anyways, it's not fair. It ain't right. It's not fair. It's not right. It's not okay. So that's why people on the internet are like, y'all pick and choose. Because it's not like I'm saying bullshit. You just don't like me as a person. You know what I mean? Like, you just don't like me as a person. It's not because of the shit I say. It's because you don't like my face. Because at least if the shit that I said in the past year, if the battle that I haven't been battling for the past year was not anywhere in Satan's Bible, I would understand. But everything I said is in this fucking book. In the book of Satan. And I still catch flack from left-hand path people for saying the shit that I say. That makes no sense. It makes no damn sense. How can you be left-hand path and you hate what Satan, what the inspiration of Satan said? Because it is the inspiration. It wasn't that Satan never wrote a Bible. He never appointed anyone to write anything. If you choose to do it, fine. But he doesn't need you. He doesn't need a Bible. It's not that he doesn't need you. He doesn't need a Bible. So the appointed inspiration of Satan said this thing 30, 40 years ago. Now I say it 30, 40 years later. I end up in the fucking crazy house and hated by everybody that says they represent Satan. What? You know what I mean? Makes no sense. Life makes no sense, bro. But it's okay. It's fine. There's a reason why that happened too. I talk too damn much. We're supposed to be ninjas. I'm not supposed to be on the mainstream. I'm not supposed to be everywhere on billboards and shit like that. I could if I wanted to, but we're supposed to be ninjas. We're supposed to work in the dark. That's why we don't have a Bible. That's why we don't have books. It's all handed down from one generation to the other. Personally, I don't think it's a good idea. Personally, I don't like that. The reason why I don't like this is because Christianity got all kinds of magic. You can do demon magic with Christianity. You can do angel magic with Christianity. You got Enochian. You got Kabbalahism. You got what else? You got white magic and whatever and whatnot. And then you have regular Christianity and shit. You know, so it ain't right. I don't think it's okay. You know that it's just not right. You know, so but it's exciting too because we get to create our own magic systems. Like we get to, you know, we get to practice magic the way we want to practice magic. You know, so that's cool. But I like to learn structurally how to do something. So I don't mind reading the book. If I don't know how to do something, I don't mind reading the instruction manual to know how to do it. You know, because I'm not really that visual. You know, but so anyways, and I don't listen very well. Like I don't really listen. I don't listen to people that well, and I'm not very visual. So you know, if it's written down and I can follow the instruction, now I'm gonna learn something. So, anyways, I'm gonna leave you guys on that note. I'm gonna go do a video about Andrew Tate. I hope you guys had fun listening to this. Like I said, this year is gonna be a great year, man. You're gonna get bombarded by Lilith energy. Can't wait for that to happen. But this year should be a good year, especially for couples or single people. It's gonna be the year of the loving year. So get ready. You know, to get ready. You know, and no, I don't want my ex to find anybody. So I'm not gonna hope that. I hope she stays single. You know, until further notice. You know what I mean? Hey, whatever, man. I know that ain't cool, but fuck off. Like, I don't want anybody else shit. Anyway, whatever. I'll see you guys later, man. Peace out. Have a good one.